Hi, this is Karen Dooley, and this is my portfolio presentation. This is the table of contents. I have my title page, table of contents, cover letter, resume, unofficial transcript. I have a letter of recommendation from Dr. Chad Stevens, Keystone instructor that I had this semester. I have a enroll match admissions training workshop completion certificate. For National American University Leadership Development Program application that I have, and biography, personal philosophy, goals and expectations, letter of recommendation from the campus president, a document for admissions bingo that I did, a document called the Courage to Learn, and I do during an orientation and incorporate that. I have a CTP enrollment conversion report that I'm going to show you and explain. 2015 year of growth and improvement student and school metrics that I put together last year for this year 2015, and then at the end is a cartwheel, a little surprise ending for you. So this is my cover letter, and I spent a lot of time putting my cover letter together. That one of the first paragraphs is, you will see after reviewing my resume that I have made numerous contributions to my employers that have benefited the bottom line and generated approximately $1.1 million in revenue in January in the first quarter last year. So that's a little bit about my cover letter. My resume is an important part of the aspect that I have at the beginning part of my resume, and in this section here it states that my innovative, positive attitude is an important part of my life and how I reach my goals to succeed. I surround myself with integrity, courage, and a supportive environment to create success, and that I'm experienced in establishing working partnerships with professionals. I am down here on my professional experience. I am currently the Director of Admissions for National American University in Austin, Texas. And the campus was going through a transition when I was hired. I direct all of the admissions initiatives and attain targeted admissions expectations necessary to maintain profitability of the school. As a lot of people think of a school and don't think of it as a business, which at the end of the day, it is a business. We need to pay our instructors. We need to keep the lights on. So we have a budget of how many students we need to enroll for the year. We get prospective students, and our goal is to convert them to students and to start, and to not just start, but to graduate. So this is some of my metrics. January 2015 exceeded goal by 126%, achieved the highest lead conversion in the region, and generated again $1.1 million in revenue. So that's part of my resume. I was a senior regional director of admissions for Milan Institute, a cosmetology school. I had 6 schools in San Antonio, El Paso, and Amarillo. I directed the regional sales initiatives and attained targeted admissions expectations necessary to maintain profitability of the school as well. In 2012, I generated approximately $13.5 million in revenue. I was there 4 years, and then before that I was with Kaplan College for 2 years, and started in the industry with Delta Career Education. Some of you might know I started as an admissions representative for McCann School of Business in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Was with them for 3 years and was promoted to a director of admissions position in San Antonio, Texas. So that's actually how I got to San Antonio and completing my degree online. And you will see under the education, I will be completing my bachelor's degree in business administration with a GPA of 3.62 is my current GPA. And I have 2 classes after this semester to complete my bachelor's degree. Next is my unofficial transcripts, starting way back in the day, but it is a personal goal of mine to complete my degree, and for the last 1.5 years, I've been going part-time to complete my degree. So it's definitely been a long road, but I'm glad to say that I can see that light at the end of the tunnel. This is a letter of recommendation from my professor, Dr. Chad Stevens, that I had for class this semester, and he wrote a really nice letter of recommendation for me. There was a long paper that was due in that class, and he said that it was a pleasure spending time with me in my undergraduate class that I had with him. This is a completion of a certificate of a training that I did just last month in Houston with Enroll Match, which is a company out of New England. So that is a certificate of that. This is an application for the Leadership Development Program that was at National American University, and there's 37 campuses throughout the United States, and only 30 people were going to be selected for the leadership program, which is a 9-month program where you get together once a month, once in a different campus throughout the United States, and meet with different leaders and put together a project that the university actually will implement some of those. So it's a great honor, but you had to apply for the position. So this is part of the application. Part of the application is your supervisor approved that for you to even apply for it, but you had to write your biography. And starting out in the biography that I am the director of admissions at National American University in the Austin campus. Being born into a family of 5 siblings meant that I always had to fight for what I wanted, and as a result, I am so grateful for the experience because it taught me how to work hard to achieve the goals and make success so much sweeter. That I believe that growing up in a large family helped to shape who I am into the successful and effective leader that I am today. This is part of my personal philosophy. Some of my goals and expectations. And Albert Einstein once said, intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. And I am a strong believer in that. Here is a letter of recommendation for the program from my campus director. This is a sample of my work. I have a team of 7 admissions representatives, and to make things fun, I put together a bingo. So when they're talking to prospective students and they're dialing the phones, different things that they could do to keep spirits up and to keep it fun, competitive environment. So this was a fun bingo that I put together. This is the Courage to Learn by Mark David Milron, and I did not do I obviously did not write this, but I implement this in working with my reps, working with my students, and at orientation. It's a very motivational and inspirational piece. And I give it out as homework to my students, and at orientations, I always read the last paragraph, and it states, and it all begins with a choice, an incredibly courageous choice. You choose to try to walk through the open doors of our college and begin. You make this choice again and again as you take each step along the journey. You choose to stay, to engage, and to give it your best. This choice can and will change your life forever, all because you have the courage to learn. So, very poignant in what we do. This is the CTP enrollment conversion report. I'm going to explain this to you because this is an example of being successful and implementing the different things that I did. If you can see down here at the end of the report, this is lead to start. So you want to know what your end lead to start is. So this is page 1 of 2. And so this is page 2 of the one report. And if you can see here, this says 3.72. So that is a conversion of 3.72%. So almost 4%. And you will see after 6 months of me being with the company and in the position, this is, oh, excuse me. I apologize. Let me go back. So 6 months with the company, this is where I was at, is the 13.8%. So I went from almost 4% when I was hired to over 13% in 6 months. This is part of how I got there. And in the year 2000, after 2014, we put together growth and improvement student and school metric plan. So this is part of that. We did a SWOT analysis, our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What our goals were. I put together these charts. I wish it was in color because it looks so much better in color, but it talked about our re-entries, so students that started, dropped out, and came back. So in a bar and pie chart. This is the conversions that we had by month. So on here you can see each month here. And then all of the conversions going down. This was an excellent chart to see. This is the essay performance comparison to the goals. So one line is the actual goals. This top line starts, that's actually the goal, and this is where we ended. This is our starts goal per month. So where we started, what our goal was, and what we actually ended at. This is very involved report, so there was a lot of reports to this. I'm not going to explain every single report, but you can see it was very in-depth. We analyzed a lot of the reports that we did. And then I have a video at the end. I had a video for you of the cartwheel that I did. Let me grab that for you. Because what this was is, excuse me, what that was, and I'll show you here in a second. It was a nice, I wanted to give you a little surprise at the end. We're gonna clean that up. And this was just to show a little bit about how I achieved my goals and encouraged my team. One team member, I said if she reached 11 lives changed in a week, that I would do a cartwheel for her. And
I practiced a little bit. Okay.
You may want to close that door. They haven't seen you.
All right, ready?
So that we don't interrupt them.
This is for Tracy Mendoza breaking a record of 11 lives changed.
Wait, say it again?
This is for Tracy Mendoza breaking a record of 11 lives changed in 1 week.
Good.
Ready?
Yeah.
And they said it up, down, up, down. All we do is win, win, win. San Antonio.
so thank you, and this concludes my portfolio presentation.